Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Taiji, where today I think we're just gonna mess around inside this house for a while. I'm not exactly sure of the utility of this, but it does seem like a thing we can do. I mean, there is a torch. I don't know how much it is like meaningful for there to be a torch. Alright, so these ones we solved already. This one I was not 100% sure how to approach. This one is curious. What did the subtractor look? The subtractor symbol. Oh, okay. Maybe the 3 doesn't mean anything, but it is a red symbol, right? So what if it's like. Right, because this means this big unlit area contains 2 red diamonds and no other symbols. And then this area here contains a red diamond and 1 other red symbol that is not itself meaningful. And then these are just boxed off to keep them out of the pair here. No, remarkably, that does not work. I wonder if those 3s are supposed to be interpreted as like a set of 3 die pips, maybe? Would that be possible? If they are supposed to be read that way, what would a solution look like? So you could do like 2 lit ones up here and have this be the dark shape. And then... so you're going to run into trouble with this, though. Because if this has to connect to another symbol... like, it's really easy to make that shape a 3, but it's not so easy to make a 3 out of this thing. Out of the thing in the other matching corner. I could do this. And then, like, that's a 3 shape, but now it's a 3rd shape in with these. We could link 2 of the... yeah, we could link some of the counts, right? Like... we could do this thing where now we've united those 3 shapes into... or we've united these 3 3s into a single shape of 9. But then how do I... this has to be... well, that doesn't work because now I'm putting this in with more than 1 symbol of its color. Maybe these are not going to be so doable. All right, hold on. We're gonna abandon that one. I am going to reset it, but then we're... what about this? We know how these symbols work. So... have to get these 2 things to these diamonds together. Obviously, this is not a real solution because yeah, we got to make this this 2 work here. All right, if we so. One. These are the 3 squares. I guess it's pretty hard to see the glowing outline against the white wall. But yeah, those are the 3 squares that have the dots in them. So this one has to be isolated. All of its neighbors have to be a different color than it is. Unless it is linked by one of the other 2. Which I suppose could be the case, right? Because this being all the same color is totally valid shape. If that is the case... all right, let's try it like this. Let's assume that it does have to be like this. That gets us our 2. This is the white diamond here, so we just link it all the way up. There's a pair. There's another pair, and then I think if we just darken these, that gives us a 2. This is a valid solution, right? Yeah. Cool. I don't know what we're accomplishing, but cool. This I don't know how to read. Is this... The line on the wall is the thing that's really interesting. I don't know what to make of that. Is it just as simple as treat this line as the left edge? So like it's lit, 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 then the reverse, then... Oops, not you. I mean, I'll say this. This does look like about the right size for the clue. Yeah, that totally is all it is. Just for each row, treat this line as the left edge of the puzzle. Are there puzzles like this in the world? Not that we've seen, right? Okay, now this I don't really know what to do with. Oh, no. You know what this is? This is diagonal lines and horizontal lines. This, we still don't actually know how these work. Okay, that's fine. Still nothing is lit up in the house. So we have a better idea on some of this stuff. Ooh, I don't think I'd been up here before. Interesting. No idea what I'm looking at. Alright, that Mondrian is presumably the key for both this blue puzzle and this red puzzle? Maybe? So how to interpret? Like, how do we know what big square versus little square means? I guess there are 16 total squares here, and there are 16 boxes in the solution. So maybe we just fill in the ones that are big. If we sort of like convert these roughly to rows, it looks like this. Yeah, okay, easy. Is the blue one 3 by 3? It sure is. So big, 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 small, small, big, big, big. Indeed. Not that that means anything or opens any doors. Now this one I don't really know what to do. It could be the case that like anything above a certain height indicates an on state, maybe. In which case, like, obviously somebody would have to tell us what the appropriate height for treating the thing as though it's on is. But it could be communicating something in a different way entirely. I guess I just don't really know. Okay, this is a 4 by 3. Is that how the yellow squares are set up in the Mondrian? It sure is. So it's small, small, big, 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 small, big, 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 small, small, small. These two... Okay, I mean we're making it make the noise. It's making the noise that indicates that it's happy with our performance. Actually, here's a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Aha. Okay, so we have 12 dots. We have 11 line segments. So maybe it's as simple as lit when going up, not lit when going down? Could be, right? And just the last two? I did not like the sound of those doors opening in unison. That was very bad. Okay. This is interesting. What do we make of this? So there are 9 boxes. The puzzle solution is given to us as 2 groups of 6. Offset in a way that's like very obviously a distracting red herring. 2 groups of 5 even, because numbers. Well, we could imagine a line, I suppose, right? So we're sloping slightly down, then way down, then up, then down, then down, then up, then down, then up, then down? No, okay. So I was processing that as they're actually drawn on the wall here. Probably what we're supposed to do is mentally slide this over and then run that, right? I bet that's it. So in that case, the first one is definitely down. The second one is definitely up. The third one is down because this is further left than that one would be. But then the fourth one is way up. The fifth one is going to be down. The sixth one is going to be down. The seventh is going to be the line that goes from here to there. And then it's going to go down and then up again. Interesting. Are there puzzles like this anywhere in the game world? So up, down, up, down, up, up, down. Are we to just do this backwards? Right, like the directions relative to the... Yeah. Okay, I see it. So in that case, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And then from this perspective, this is a little unclear because I don't know which side of this is supposed to be the left side, whether they rotated it 90 degrees or 270 degrees. Let's assume arbitrarily that the bottom is the left side, and we'll just do it both ways if we have to. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We're totally killing it. I guess let's... I'm gonna read this left to right here and then left to right there, I guess. It's 7 total. Yeah, it's 7 boxes and there's 8 dots. So down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Same height? Maybe slightly lower? Okay, well, this turns out to be wrong. Okay. Maybe it's the other way. Start with the bottom. Oh, but the one of them is going to be flipped, right? Because it's below the staff. So let me try starting again here, but inverting the understanding on this one. So it's still down, up, down. And then if we understand this to be vertically flipped and laid right here, I have a really hard time telling this dot to that dot, which is going to be like right about there. Let's say no. So it's down, up, down, down, and then way up. The problem is there are 2 different places where it really seems like it's the same height. Could be I'm starting with the wrong one as well. It's pretty hard to know. If I am, let's say that I am. Or maybe I'm supposed to be interpreting this as a single staff, because it is the case that none of these are horizontally, none of these are vertically aligned. And that would deal with the problem where it seems like some of them are horizontal. But my concern there is that we've just been taught that we're supposed to read the thing in different ways depending on where it is. Oh, maybe the idea is that I transpose these onto each other. It's just like a direct vertical flip. So board above the answer key is not inverted. Board below the answer key is inverted. So we flip this up to there. So it's down, up, and then this is going to be way at the top, up again. Down to mid. Then from mid, up. Then down to mid, then down again. There it is. That makes sense. That makes sense. Have I had any effect? Yeah, okay. I think a floor of that house is lit up. So it's not going to light up bit by bit. It's going to light up with completed floors. That's tricky. Okay. So obviously, like, this is a column, this is a column. And in that case, what we have here is like that, I think. No, really? Because like this is noticeably darker than that one. This is a totally different color than that, but it's also totally different from this. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, if this is just supposed to be the thing in shade, and this is the differentiated box, why are this part and this part different colors? All right, let's try with the ones where all of the things are filled in. Nope, it's not just the ones where the lighter squares are also really dark. Maybe it's different kinds of signaling on the different columns. Nope. So in this one, each of the sort of like arrow shapes is a column. But in this one, we have 6 columns, so we take like each side of the arrow, the decline and then the ascent are each... All right. I mean, is it as simple as... Well, I guess filling in the opposite here. But is it as simple as the checkerboard pattern that it looks like? Yeah, it totally is. Okay. This is funny. So light up these and that and that and that. And then those. So why are these so different? We have 3 different types of boxes here. We have this one, then this one, and then this one. Okay, maybe it's like the shading on the left side carries over to the right side. So the base value for the right side is whatever's on the left, but then also it can be filled in further. Or whatever's on the left, but, you know, like a tinge darker. In which case, like, that is the appropriate reading, I think, of these first 2 columns. And then this, and... See, the problem is... Never mind. I was going to say the problem is, how do I know if that's lit up? But we know this is the lit up state because that's what the dark state looks like. Okay, yeah, that totally works. So with that information, we should be able to solve this one, right? So everything here is lit. And then these 3 in the middle are darkened. This is lit, and this is lit, and this is lit. I mean, is it as simple as it just being the inversion of what... Yes, it is. I basically, I had it right before. I just had the colors inverted. I'm a little concerned about this. Because this is neither of the shades that are on the other ones. So I guess this is lighter than that, and this is darker than that. So this is to be understood as dark, but this is to be understood as the light following the dark, perhaps? As the top row gets read like this? Maybe? Dark, dark, dark. Because this is what it looks like when this row is actually lit. And then I think that's a dark. This is the dark color on the left side of the folds. So this is the light color. And this is for sure dark. And that makes the other two lit. No, wait, but I'm doing the colors backwards again. I'm filling in the wrong thing here. I'm supposed to be filling in the ones that are lit up. Like this and that. I think. And this one and this one. And I guess we think those are also lit up because this is the dark color on the right side. That's lit and that's lit. And then this is dark, but this is a light following a dark. And this is just like what the light looks like on the right side of the fold. And then you're lit up. And you're lit up. You can give me like a little bit more to go on. Oh, wait, why do I have this filled in? This is what dark looks like here. So those two are both lit. Yeah, I did the fifth row or the fourth row completely incorrectly. This is a weird one. So that's a much lighter color than that. I think this is the proper reading of the top line. And then light, light, maybe. This is a little squishy, in my opinion. No, wait, not you. You two, though. And see, here's the problem. This color is not the same as this one or that one, is it? Maybe it is. Maybe this and that are the same. Kind of hard to tell. This one I definitely feel like I'm flailing around a little bit. Unsure of exactly what is being asked of me at times. Okay, is that this whole floor? Yeah, looks like it. And how does the diorama feel about it? The diorama agrees. We're totally kicking ass. What does the diorama's opinion mean? I have no fucking clue. I do not have idea one. I want to get down to the floor below us, but apparently there's only stairs on one side. We know way more about puzzles than we used to, right? Oh, maybe it's supposed to be a diamonds puzzle? It still doesn't map to this space very cleanly. I guess you have to rotate it about 45 degrees because there are 4 diamonds. Yeah, maybe. So like... Well, there's 7 shapes here. So it can't be... Okay, it's literally just filling in the colors. It's not treating them as though they are the diamond shapes that demand to be paired. This part, on the other hand, I have no idea what to do with. This is a level of freedom that seems irresponsible to give to me. Yeah, I don't know what I'm even supposed to be drawing here. You would expect that if it was trying to map this space, it would rotate it the same way, right? Like those squares over there are not in the same arrangement as these squares here, tilted 45 degrees. 3x6. Interesting. Okay, dark tiles are you, and you. Is that right? Nope, I was slightly off. Okay, what about the inverse? Okay. Then here we have a 6x2. Where do we have a thing that looks 6x2? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I mean, it could be the windows upstairs, maybe? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there are 7. Okay, there's like 8 windows on this. Okay. Never mind. So I do not see anything immediately in the environs here that might map to the shape of that puzzle. What was over here? Is this just the place where it wraps around to the tree? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, this wine setup is extremely conspicuous. I will say that. However, how would we know which portion of it is supposed to be represented, right? It's not really expressed to us in a way that makes any kind of sense at all. And then I have no idea what to do with the dance floor down here. I do not think I see anything else that is quite as suspicious. Yeah, not anywhere on the house, in fact. Well... we're still very much held up by these line puzzles. I don't know what to make of it, and I don't know how to approach it, and... Wait, what is this? Is there an area that I haven't even seen yet? I definitely don't remember being down here. Oh, my witness urges. I want so badly to click and drag along this line. Oh my god. This is going to teach me. This is how you get to the area where it teaches you how to do the lines, isn't it? I bet it's... we have simpler puzzles down here. Okay, that's a very roundabout access. All right, so yeah, we'll get some puzzle lines going. Yeah, it's not trivial to find this. Okay, so there's still an area north of the flowers that hasn't even been marked yet. One problem at a time. So, okay. It does look like there are puzzles with raised buttons over there. But maybe this is the tutorial puzzle. It's certainly got a lot fewer elements. Obviously, I'm not having any easier of a time with it, unfortunately. Well, I'm really happy to have found this area. I am somewhat less pleased with the fact that I still don't know what the heck is going on. So we know some things. There are some things we had deduced from the other puzzle, the complicated one. Although I suppose most of the things we ruled out from that are the things that I just tried, aren't they? Maybe we... We know it can't have anything to do with the symbols of the same type and color being united in lit groups, because that puzzle we were looking at before has the only two black diagonals in different colors. Maybe they have to be separated? Nope. Maybe they're supposed to be processed as instructions somehow, like in some kind of reading order. All right. I'll tell you what. I am going to drop a little cut in here because I drank far too much water before starting this recording. I'm going to think about this while I'm in the other room briefly. And when I return, I'm going to keep grinding my face against it, I guess. See you in a moment. Well, I don't want to get into any gory details here. Not that there was gore. You understand, it's an expression. But I've been going through some health stuff lately, and that situation that caused me to pause the video was a tiny bit of an emergency. And it turned into a different emergency, which turned into an anxiety attack, which, long story short, it is now 18 hours later. I have slept some, and I'm back, and I feel okay now. Hello, hi, how are you? Kubiando. So let's get back to playing this video game, which is definitely important. Here's a problem. I have not spent very much time thinking about this in the last 18 or so hours. Okay. I am wondering if maybe the issue is just that I am supposed to be reading something about the environment, and the symbols on the board here are to allow me to, there's some sort of to give us anchor points to allow some element of the environment to be mapped onto the puzzle. Maybe? Let's take a quick look around again. I feel a little silly that this is turning out to be so difficult for me. Oh. Here's another area. I mean, is this the tutorial puzzle? Okay. Maybe. Maybe that was not what we were supposed to be starting with at all. So, is it just supposed to indicate that we're like those spaces are supposed to have the same position in a lit set of the same shape. But no, like, it can't necessarily be that way, because we know on that big puzzle board we saw two black diagonal slashes that were different levels of litness. Hold on, let me try something here. Okay, that doesn't work. So it does need to be in the same space, in the same part of the thing. And the thing has to be in the same orientation, it would seem. And here's where we figure out, can we have the colors reversed? Yes. Okay, and you do have to, like, if you're going to do a thing, like, the spaces around it have to be the negative of the level of litness so that you actually have the definition of the shape. Okay, easy enough. So it doesn't matter whether this gets lit up or whether these ones get lit up. Both solutions should work. No? Do they not? Oh. Hold on. Huh. Oh, sorry, this one too. Yeah, so I have to enclose this to actually make it that shape in order for the... Yeah. Okay. Right, because, like, I was looking at this as though this was already the shape that it is, but the unlit space that contains the symbol right now is this, like, stealth bomber V shape. So yeah, okay. Have to be cautious about this. So that should work, right? Okay, this is much easier to work with. Now, out of curiosity, I'm assuming this won't work because this is one big lit figure, right? With a thing here. Yeah. So in this case, in order to prevent it from turning into one big figure, we have to do the negative of the lighting. I can see these being tricky. I could see these turning out to be pretty rough. Okay, now that we know how to work this symbol, this unlocks a huge number of the puzzles in the game. That's a huge comfort to me, honestly. Okay, so that has to be a dark one. This has to be a light one. And then... That's interesting. So the two shapes... Well, the two shapes have to be made the same, right? So if we do this, that gives us 3 of the same figure with the line in the same place. Okay. So hold on a second. Let me go back to that other one that we were looking at a moment ago. So this is disconnected from that set of puzzles, but it does, okay, it just opens a door. All right. I cannot tell you how happy I am that, that some version of this worked out. So I just need to make these the same, right? Does this work? Yeah. So in a thing where they give us a completely unlit set of shapes, it's pretty easy. Okay, so it must be the case that the space below the line is a different color from the line itself. The space to the right, so this has to be dark, because if it was lit... Well, no, I guess it can be lit as long as we leave the one in the middle dark. That works, right? That's a functional solution. Actually, these are probably going to have to be dark, right? So I'm assuming, you know, when you see the same color, it wants to be the same shape with the same organization. And so this could get pretty complicated sometimes. Gonna have to swap the lightness on these as well to keep the white and black shapes from bleeding into each other. It's really interesting that there's not another black line in the puzzle. I'm not sure I understand the problem. So if I do it like this, they're all going to be mad. No, interestingly, in this position, this one isn't mad. Why did that work? I was just playing around. Why did that work? Oh, okay. What it was trying to teach us is that not only do you have to match by color, but different lines of different colors cannot be occupying the same shape. That's interesting. So, like, this is fine, right? Yeah. You know, some of these are actually pretty good teachers, I think. Okay, what about this? If we I make these all dark, lit. No, this bleeds everything. Yeah, this bleeds these together into the same shape. I'm trying to figure out a way to make the white and yellow bits not the same. I guess this is all that actually takes. Yeah. I was overcomplicating that somewhat. So this should work just fine, right? Because although the overall shape containing the yellow and the white things are the same, the position of the line in it is different. Yeah. Okay. So... Huh. How am I going to satisfy this? So that should make the black things happy. It's not a conflict between the purple and the blacks because the purple is in a different spot in the shape that it's in. And then the white and the green just have to be made not the same shape as each other. Yeah, okay. All right, I feel tutorialized. I had completely missed this area down here before. They do squirrel it away something, don't they? Like, I did not realize that, and we must have run over there earlier because the map peg was already lit up, but hopefully, given the story I just told, you can appreciate that my mind was not 100% in the puzzle space. So, like, I mean, these basically... How do I do this? So this isn't going to work because the black and yellow lines will not like that they are the same shape. But how do I change that without being very disruptive? I do this. I make the black shapes very small and the yellow shapes tessellate around like that. And sorry, both puzzles probably. Okay, so the yellow things have to be a different color from the thing below them. And if we just do this classic again. This should be fine, right? This is functional? Yeah. I don't know, looking at it for some reason it felt weird to me. Okay. Oh, hold on. So these have all been horizontal lines, haven't they? Yeah, the lines... I had been sort of like theorizing in my head, making the assumption at least, that the difference between the horizontal lines and the diagonal lines was just they're a different shape so that you can have more of them, so that there can be two black shapes in the puzzle. But probably what it actually means is that if they're diagonal, you can rotate them, right? Yeah, because otherwise this puzzle's not solvable. I have to say, I like the teaching puzzles in this area quite a bit. So is it permissible for this to be like basically any shape, and then this is a rotation of, this is understood as a rotation of that one? Okay. Are they allowed to be the same? They are. They don't have to be different, they just can be different. Wait, is that bad? Oh yeah, because that's not where that goes. Which means I need to isolate this way. You can't just draw this one, because that's actually a mirroring and a rotation of the shape. Okay, so this must be that, which means this can be those spaces effectively. Oh, wait, no. This has to be the lit up one, because this one has to be dark. And then this one also must be dark, and we just have to draw in the outlines. I actually like these ones quite a bit. These ones feel good to my brain. So is it just like I'm allowed to draw a shape that is the same as the... Oh, I see. Okay, it's gonna rotate on that. And I get to mess with each one. So I kind of want to get down here, right? Which means we do need this in this position. And then I can rotate you around like this. The blue one gets... Oh wait, is this gonna work? Because the blue one's gonna end up like that. And getting over there... Well, you know, getting over there would still be something, though. That would be interesting. Can I do that? I don't think so, right? Like, the only... Yeah, this is pretty awkward, actually. Okay, we're gonna have to move this one. I need to use this one. So I can rotate it around like that. And then from here I can connect the blue one. This doesn't get me down there, but it does get me across to this area, which might be quite meaningful. Where are we? Huh. We're in an area that I totally don't know. Okay. Well, I'm going to blow everybody's mind here by electing to solve some puzzles in this area. I know. What a strategy. Intuitively, you want to group these two together, which makes me think that they probably are not actually grouped together. It's probably more like something like that. Just, it feels like a trick. It feels like a red herring. All right. So there's no way to connect these whites and these turquoises, but that they end up in the same shape together, right? And that means that shape has to be a dark shape, because otherwise it will bleed into both of these, which is problematic because it also necessarily contains, it either contains or completely isolates this one. And if it's got to be a dark shape and it's got to touch those, then it also contains this thing. So, like, how about that? Yeah, that's a real solution, right? Okay. I have no idea where we're going, by the way. So this isn't going to work because this line can't be a part of a shape that extends that far to the side. Can I make, is it as simple as making, no, it is not as simple as making the shape like this. Well, that could be dark. This one would have to be lit. And then that means the shape has to always be like this. But that's actually... No, that's problematic. Right, because this shape can't... We can't close... We can't light this space up. Okay. So we know that the shape that contains the yellow lines includes the square above the yellow line, which means this is dark. And if that's dark, then this has to be lit, right? There's no way for us to draw... Yeah, because if these three spaces were part of the same shape, then there would have to be a yellow line here, and then, you know, infinitely extending every two squares forever. So that's dark, that's light, which means that's light, which means these two are dark. Okay. And if this is the case, then dark, dark. And then this has to be connected to another one of these white dots, these white diamonds, and it has to be this one, right? Because it can't be that one or this shape. First of all, the shapes bleed together, and secondly, you know, not reproducible. But then, okay, you know what? I was being silly before. This can't be lit, but that's not actually a problem. It just tells us that these shapes have to extend further. Right? Because this is totally viable. We just use some lit shapes to sort of draw the ends of the outline of that. Yeah. Okay. There it is. See, it's obviously anybody could look at that group of symbols and just know that's what needs to be done. Okay. So once again, we know that we're including the shape above. Getting some good use out of that marking thing now. Okay. So this is interesting, right? These white diamonds are interesting. So they can't connect directly across because there's not enough room for the shapes to extend that way. So once again, it has to be sort of like a Z shape. We don't know. It could be reaching up and to the right from this one. I'm not sure if it matters, I guess. But like, let's just experiment with this. Let's say we do that. Now we also have to reach out and grab another purple for a couple of these shapes. These ones want to remain dark, which would mean that, right? So then those are the shapes. And if we wrap lit tiles around this one, fill in that space, I believe that's a viable answer. Cool. Where's this all going? We don't actually know where that power line goes to. Okay, one thing at a time. Let's just keep working here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so one of these diamonds is paired with a line, but not both of them, interestingly. Which means that the pairing can't be here, because these two shapes are going to have to be 180-degree rotations of each other, given the way they're laid against the edges of the puzzle. And so if one of them were to claim the diamond near it, the other one would also have to. So let's just like... same deal here. It can't be this and this. So it has to... It's this one. This is the diamond that is matched with one of the lines. Right, so if that was the answer, then it would make this shape like that. Which doesn't quite work. Because there's no way to match this diamond with anything. I guess, hold on. A thing about that is, it doesn't necessarily need to be the case that these could be the same level of litness. They do not necessarily have to be negatives of each other. If they are just the same level of litness, then that makes this a valid solution, right? Yeah, that was a thing. It wasn't even a bad assumption that I made. It was a thing I did to make the solutions easier to draw. Okay, so same kind of logic here. Except, in this case, because this one's not all the way in the corner, we don't have to have 180-degree rotations of the shapes. It is possible to do like... one of these has to reach out and touch one of the yellow pieces, and then we have to find a way for the white stuff to reach through as well. But the trick to this is going to be exploiting the fact that this one's not in the corner, right? So that we can do a different rotation. So like if I do this, then this is a valid layout for that piece. Whereas if it were all the way in the corner, it would have to be shaped like that, and it would be trying to grab a diamond. Actually, this is fine. This is a solution. That was just an example of one shape that could work. It turned out to be... fuck me. It turned out to be the one shape that did. Or at least a one shape that did. Who knows? Maybe in fact, there were more answers there. Oh. I hope I'm not worrying people too much with my... like my health stuff's not good. I'm not going to try to pretend that it's good. But it's not like desperately urgently bad or anything. It's just unpredictable, and I really need to schedule another doctor's appointment, and a lot of negative tests so far. A lot of, yeah, well, it ain't that. Don't know what it is, but it ain't that. So this one's a little tricky because we need... Do we need... Hold on. Before I go making this assumption, let's actually count the yellow diamonds. So what? 4, 9, 13, 14, 18, 19, 21, 26, 29, 30. So there's an even number of yellow diamonds. We do not, in fact, want these shapes to... Oh. In fact, I just realized the implication of the fact that there's only 2 white diamonds here. These two have to be connected. This has to be a shape that is symmetrical through a 180-degree rotation. So, and it could contain a pair of diamonds. Maybe. Hard to say. But it definitely can't contain more than that. So what if we did... And we probably can't have it holding purples, right? Just like looking at the way they're spaced out. So if I did this, we picked up a yellow, and we have to pick up one more at some point. Oh, right. No, we can't pick up yellows because we will have a pair of, what do you call it, in the figure. So, hold on. I mean, is it feasible for us to pick up a purple? I guess we could. We could pair purples in here and then do like that. The figure is rotationally symmetrical at the level of rotation we need. And it contains a bunch of paired elements. And then we have to figure out if there's a way to make the other groups of symbols work here. And no, there isn't. Actually, this is definitely wrong because there's no way to match the purples. I can't split the purples up like this. Which means that if that contains that purple, it has to also contain this purple, which I think is a problem. Well, okay, maybe not. Hold on. So if we draw from here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can I make this work? So now we need to break these things off into groups into pairs. We can break those up. That's legal. This is a problem. Because, yeah, this space... Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Can I reshape this a little bit so that it does work? What if, instead of this access, and that would be these two that I've just broken off, we access it like that? That means I can do this. Wait, our shape's not actually symmetrical anymore, is it? Yeah, I screwed this up. So this is here. This goes like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Fill this in. Sorry, this is tricky for me. 1, 2. So this is the corner. This is where the purple one is on the other side. This can't be white because it would cover the purple over there. And then this version of the shape, okay, I fixed it. This version of the shape is rotationally functional again. Can I fill this in? No, not really. Which is a problem, right? That's a big problem. Actually, I'm noticing, actually, there are some pretty big clusters of yellow diamonds here that must be broken up by some of them being lit. How do we work with that? This one's actually quite a challenge. I'm eyeballing the time codes here, trying to keep the episode to around an hour based on what I remember the time spent in the other half of the episode being. So this is probably going to be the last puzzle for the episode, no matter what. See, like, this is problematic right here. Oh, also, if I draw a space here, I don't have to draw one here. That's not actually part of the figure. That doesn't need some symmetry. Okay, so all the parts that aren't these two big areas are actually functional. I felt like I needed a quick check from the AI. So let's say I just draw through here. That probably doesn't work. Because what I was thinking is it separates these ones and these ones very cleanly, but the problem is then there's no way to break up this mass without simultaneously breaking up this mass. And while that in itself is not a bad thing, it does mean that at that point we contain 3 yellow diamonds, right? Ah, bloody hell. So in order for these shapes to be functional, we do have to draw through the middles of them, right? Like I have to hack a piece off. If I do this, then in theory, by drawing through here and also drawing there, we could make this whole bottom set, we could separate it off into pairs. But it's a fucking nightmare everywhere else. And it ends up with the main lit shape of the connection here. Yeah, it ends up with it containing like 4 diamonds or something. I might need to spend a little bit more time with this one. I think we're around an hour between the 2 halves combined. Sorry about that and all the interruptions and how fucked up the schedule has been because of my various health issues lately. Believe me, I'm not any happier about it than you are. In fact, probably less. I am probably significantly less happy about it. Because, gosh, it sure has overflow effects on so much of my life. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today and for my complaining. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm having a really good time with this game. I hope y'all are as well. And when you come back next time, which I'm hoping is going to be like real soon, honestly, maybe in a few hours if I can swing it, I'm going to have either some kind of solution to this puzzle or the conviction to give up on it for right now. And we're going to, continue exploring this area of the island. It seems to be very, very target rich for us for the moment. And we'll see you then.